Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I created this look here that I'm wearing with Beauty Creations Cosmetics. If this is your first time here on my channel, welcome. My name is Celine. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you aren't already. And lastly, don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified of any future uploads from me. I have never tried out a full face of Beauty Creation Cosmetics. I've only tried out their lashes in the past. So I decided just to go ahead and order a full face of products to sit down and review for you. So yeah, this is the look that I came up with. I am really in love with how the eyeshadow look came out. So if you are interested in seeing how I achieved this look here, then just stick around and keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to show you everything that I got. And I'm going to be doing a full face of all their products. This is how the package came delivered. All the products came within this bubble wrap, but they were open on the side, so everything did slip out. But luckily, nothing broke that I know of yet. This one still has most of the stuff in it. Everything that I mentioned will be listed down below in the description box if you want to go purchase any particular item that I share with you, or if you just want to check out their website, I'll list it in the description box below. So I'm just going to start off how I normally do my makeup. First, I like to prime my face. I already went ahead and moisturized my face. So I did pick up the Flawless Stay Hydrating Primer. This is a dewy finish, so I am pretty dry on my skin most of the time. Sometimes it will be a little combination depending on the weather and what I use on my face, but typically it is very dry. I like to just get hydrating dewy products for my face. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. I love that it has a pump on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pump some into my hand. It does have a light scent to it. I don't know what it smells like, but it smells really refreshing. It has a really nice texture to it as well. Like I said, my face is really dry right now, so I think I'm gonna go in with another pump to make sure it's distributed evenly over my face. I really like how that fills my face. It doesn't feel like super tacky. It has a little bit of tackiness to it, but not too much. So I'm gonna move into my eyebrows, and I did pick up this eyebrow powder book here. It is very small and easy to carry around, so if you just want to bring it with you, it is a good size to fit in your bag. It does also come with a mirror here. These are them here. I may go in these two here. I also picked up this eyebrow brush. This is what the little brush side looks like, and it does also come with a spoolie, which I love. I'm gonna dip into ash brown here, the darkest one. I'm just gonna start filling in from the bottom. I'm just gonna start off with this color for now to fill it in, and then I may go in with the ebony shade to darken it up. They do also have a gel option and also a pencil option if you want to get that instead of the powders. Sometimes the powders can be a hit or miss. I just went ahead and got this because there was so many shades, and it was only $10 for this book, which was a really good price. Just gonna brush it out a bit so that it's not too harsh, but as you can see, this is still pretty light for me. I'm gonna go ahead and start darkening it up with these shades here from the ebony. So now that I have them filled in, I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning them up. And my thoughts about this is that it's okay. There is a lot of shades in there, but sometimes the powders can be a hit or miss. Usually I like to use pencils, so I kind of wish I would have went with the pencil option instead of the little powder book. It wasn't bad. Definitely had to build it up a bit more. It does kind of get a little bit more blotchy throughout your brows, but hopefully once I clean it up, it will look a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the top portion with the foundation, and this is the Flawless Stay foundation right here. I did pick it up in the shade 2.0. This is a medium to full coverage foundation, so it's a satin finish. It is hydrating, long wear, lightweight formula. I'm just going to use the foundation to clean up the top portion, then I'm going to go in with the concealer to clean up the bottom. I go ahead and blend this in. It doesn't say that it's for all skin types. It just states that it's oil free, has vitamin E. So I'm hoping that this doesn't dry out too much, because I did mention that my face is on the drier side. So with the bottom portion, I'm gonna go in with the concealer that I picked up. This is the Flawless Stay Concealer. It is a full coverage concealer, and I picked it up in this shade C2. Full coverage, easy to blend, won't crack or crease, and it blurs imperfections, fine lines, and dark circles. So I'm hoping it comes through, because as you can see, do have pretty dark under eyes. I'm gonna use the concealer to carve out under my brows. This is what it looks like here. I'll go ahead and blend this. Before I move on to my eyeshadow, I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyebrows. I did pick up these Brow Tame Setting Gel. Clear, waterproof, polished finish, and holds the brows in place. It doesn't really come with much. The wand is definitely longer than the actual product. This is the wand. It's just a little tiny spoolie. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. Okay, so personally I don't like this wand that much because it is very flimsy, so it's kind of hard to control where you're laying your brows down. Kind of messed it up here on this brow. Now the brows are done, I'm gonna go ahead and start priming my eyelids, and I did pick up this neutral eye base primer shade Porcelain. I'll go ahead and apply this straight onto my eyelid. I try to get the lightest shade that they have. They also do have a lot of pastel colors if you're in the search for that. It's not super creamy, but it does have some movement to it, so I'm hoping that it works out really well. Now onto the fun part, which is the shadows. I'm super excited to show you these palettes. They are so beautiful. So I did pick up 2 palettes. So these are the 2 palettes here. They're based on Disney princesses. So the Elsa palette here, and then the Tiana palette here. I'm gonna go into this one. So I'm just gonna show you the inside of the Elsa palette. I will be doing a reel on my Instagram with this palette here, so make sure to follow me on Instagram at SheIsCeline. I'll also include the link to my Instagram in the description box as well if you want to just go directly to that. But I'm just gonna give you a little sneak peek and show you what it looks like inside. It's super pretty. This palette is perfect for fall because there is a lot of brown tones, and also there are some colorful shades, so if you want to incorporate a pop of color as well, you do have quite a bit of options. I'm gonna use this palette on my Instagram, so make sure to follow me there if you want to see the look that I create with this palette here. For today, I'm gonna be using the Tiana palette. Go ahead and show you this palette. It is beautiful. Super excited to use it. This is the palette here. As you can see, there is a variety of shades, a lot of vibrant colors. I'm super excited to play with this palette today and create a look with it. I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm just gonna pick that up and start packing that in the inner portion of my crease. Very easy to blend, and it has a good payoff. So I'm really just trying to pack it on here. I'm gonna go like mid eyelid. Next, I'm gonna jump into this lime green shade here. I'm just gonna place that above to help blend it out. These colors are stunning. I was like having a really hard time trying to decide which palettes I want because they do have a few palettes based on Disney princesses. Yeah, now that I have that on there, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a fluffy brush to blend them together, and then I'm gonna go back in with the first shade and pack it on and really make sure the payoff is there with that shade. I'm just gonna kind of blend those together. I'm gonna go back in with the first shade. I'm gonna jump into this blue shade here, and then I'm gonna go above it with this one here. This shade definitely has some fallout with it. I'm gonna take this one here and pack that above it. I'm going back in with the deeper blue shade and pressing it in here onto my outer portion. So I'm gonna go back in with a clean brush. I'm just gonna blend it out just so it's not super harsh in between the colors. Okay, so it did kind of get a little bit patchy in here with the blue shade, so I'm gonna go back and pack that on. I think I might mix the deep blue shade and also this hunter green shade here. Go back into the light blue shade. Okay, so it's not like super blended here, but I am going to be removing a lot of that product. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of the product with these little Q-tips here. So I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the process on this eye, and then I will be back to show you how I conceal it. Alright, so now that I have the shadow removed, I'm going to go back in with the eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to go ahead and carve out my eyelid. Use this pretty small brush to make sure I get a precise line. I'm just going to use this to carve out right next to the shadows. I'm going to go back in with a thicker brush to apply it all over. I go back in and add the rest of the product. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back into this shade here to pack that onto the outer portion. I'm going to go in with this shade here, the lime green shade, to be the base, and then I'm going to top it off with this one here. And then I'm going to go in with the shimmer shadow, but before I do that, I'm going to go into the Flawless Setting Spray. I'm going to go ahead and spray my brush before I pack on the shimmer shade. Go ahead and spray it. And I'm going to pick up this shade here, and I'm going to pack that over where I put the lime green shade down. Hopefully there's not too much fallout with this. I'm really surprised with that glitter. Did not have much fallout at all. Blue shades definitely have a lot of fallout. I am having some patchiness going on the outside. And with this shade here, it's a black shade, but it has some blue sparkle within it. Lightly press this in here. Alright, so I did notice that once I kept adding on the blue shades and the black shade, it was getting pretty patchy, so I'm just gonna leave it be. I feel like once I add the lashes and mascara, it will look way better. I'll go ahead and finish off my eyes before I move on to the rest of my face. I'm gonna go in with this mascara here. This is the Lash Flex Volumizing Mascara. The wand, I like this size wand. It's kind of thick, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. I think this is definitely really volumizing. It does add a lot of length to my lashes. Alright, so next I'm going to move on to lashes, and these are 35mm foaming lashes in the style On the Daily. I love their lashes. I do have a video on my channel, a review of their lashes. I love that they have these little tabs here, so you just pull them out effortlessly. And their quality is really nice. These are really long and wispy. I kind of wish I would have got two because they are a little bit thin. Alright, so now that the lashes are dry, I'm going to go ahead and pop them on. Now that I have the lashes on, honestly, these aren't my favorite lashes. I definitely had some other ones in the past that I tried that were way better than these. I just feel like they're way too wispy and not full. I like more fuller lashes, and these just kind of like not doing much for me. They're just too wispy. They need a lot more volume in here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the rest of my face. I'm gonna go back in with the foundation. I'm just gonna pump this right onto my face. Just take a sponge and blend this in. I'm hoping that this is a good shade match for me. You do also have an option to get some samples as well of the foundations. So I did pick up some just in case this was too dark for me. I think it's gonna be a good match. That's kind of like the difficult thing, is that my face is pretty red from my rosacea. So it's always hard for me to kind of color match myself, especially on the phone versus like in person. I like this finish to this foundation. Has a really nice soft finish, doesn't look too matte, kind of has like a blending effect to it, and it has a really nice coverage to it. It does feel a little bit sticky, but not much. I am gonna be going in with some setting powder, but next I'm gonna move on to concealing my under eyes. They are pretty dark naturally, plus with the blue shadows it definitely added a lot of greenish tint under my eyes. So I am gonna go back in with the concealer. I definitely like how big the applicator is, because I feel like just with a few little swipes it definitely covers my whole under eye area. This is definitely a good concealer shade for me. It's not too light, adds just the right amount of brightness under my eye. And I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. I did pick up a bronzer. This is the Perfecting bronzer, and Hot Mama is the shade. It does have a mirror, and this is the shade. I'm hoping that it's not too light for me. I believe it is the lightest shade available. But yeah, I love that it has a little mirror, so I definitely can just keep this in my purse with me. I definitely feel like it's a good color for me. It's not too orange. It's a little orange, but not too much. I feel like if I would have got the next shade up, it probably would have been too dark for my skin tone. I'm glad that I picked this one up instead. I really like how this bronzer applied. It is a very nice consistency, very easy to blend, and it's not patchy at all. Really nice shade, so I definitely say pick you up these bronzers. Do have a lot of shades to choose from. So small and compact, easy just to put in your bag and carry with you. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. And now I'm gonna move on to setting my under eyes. I do have this banana setting powder here, and I have a powder puff. This might be like a little too yellow for me, but I don't think they had any other shades to choose from. So I'm gonna leave it like this for now because I am gonna finish my waterline. I'm gonna go back in with this shade here, the first one that I used. I'm gonna press that in. And then I'm gonna go back into these two shades here. Focus that on the outer portions. I'm gonna pick up some of the black shade, just a little bit, and really focus that here on the outer portion. I just kind of want to add a little bit of a highlight here into the inner corner, so I'm gonna pick up the palette, this shade here, and press that in. I'm gonna go ahead and add some mascara to my lower lashes off camera, and then I'll come back to finish off my lips. I'll go ahead and do the last step, which is my lips. So I did pick up this set of minis here. It does come with 6 of them. So there's 3 mattes and 3 glosses in this set. I did also pick up this one here, and I did not notice that it was one of the mini ones as well. So I'm just gonna go in with this one here. This is the matte liquid lipstick in the shade Last Touch. And take this shade here, Lioness. I'm gonna add that here. These matte shades have a really nice consistency to them. They're super creamy and velvety. They aren't tugging on my lips at all. A really nice formula step, which is set my whole face with the setting spray. Alright y'all, so this is the completed look. I really love the eyeshadow palette. The colors are very vibrant, and also a lot of the face products worked really well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've come this far and you aren't yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and consider doing so. Thank you so much for watching this video, and take care. Bye.